Hey guys, Carl Allen. Wanted to do this quick video for you to show you how this wealth creation model actually works. So this is a really cool template to use when you're looking at how many deals that you need to do over a period of time to hit your wealth creation goal. So let's assuming your wealth creation goal is pretty lofty, it's $20 million, and you want to hit that within 4 years, right? So that's quite an aggressive goal. A lot of deal makers have that. That's absolutely fine. And then the next thing that you want to do, and bearing in mind everything in blue, you're going to be populating. Everything else that's not in blue, don't touch it. So let's say you're going to target businesses, annual revenue $3 million, right? Now, you want to be doing deals in the 1 to 5 million range in terms of revenue. You can go higher than that in some cases. You get a lot more competitive price action at that level. Private equity firms, trade buyers, all those different things. Then below $1 million in revenue, you're really buying a job, right? So it's tough to be an owner investor of a really, really tiny business. So if you stick to the 1 to 5 million range, you're going to be good. So let's say it's $3 million. And really, you want to be buying businesses that have got great cash flow. So absolute minimum 15% margin, and you can drop down there to calculate that. And then obviously, as the owner of the business, you want to grow it, right? Whether you're operating it or whether you get somebody else to operate it for you, you want to put some growth in. So let's assume you're going to grow it at 15% per year through more marketing, more leads, more customers, all those different things, new products. So 15% growth. And then you want to think about, well, how much profit do I want to take out of this business per year as the owner, right? So that's going to be annual profit net of the debt service. So the business generates a profit. You're going to be spending some of that to pay for the acquisition of the business. Then whatever's left, how much of that you're going to take? You might want to take 100%. You might want to take 80%. You might want to take 40%. Never take 100%, which is why that's not an option. So you're going to be taking between zero. You might want to keep reinvesting the money to grow, but you'll probably be taking, I would say, 40 to 60% of that net cash flow as your income, as your money, as the owner of that business, right? So then what the model does, it calculates what the EBITDA is of the business you're buying, which is basically the annual revenue multiplied by the margin, nice and simple. And then what we're also then going to do is, and this depends on the sector that you're in a lot of cases, but also depends on the size of the business. And I've given you a little guide here on the right-hand side based on average kind of multiples and average kind of profit, what you should be paying for. So in this example, $450,000 is the EBITDA the day you buy it. Really, that's going to be at around a 2.5 times multiple, right? But however, when you scale it and it's larger, the exit multiple is going to be bigger. We'll get to that in a minute. So in this example, it's doing 450 of profit. You're buying it for 2.5 times. So that purchase price is going to be 1.125 million. And I'm going to assume for this example that you're going to finance that over 10 years with some form of debt at 10% interest rate. Okay, so that's your deal. Then what happens is you grow it. So one business, 4-year growth, 15% annual growth. You're going to end up with revenues at around the $5.25 million mark. We're also going to assume that as you scale, your profit margins are going to improve about 2 percentage points per year, because when you buy a business and you scale it, your overhead doesn't necessarily have to change that much. You're going to get better economies of scale when you're bringing products and things into the business to resell, all those different things. So you get a lot of synergies when you scale a business. So we're buying it at 15%. If you grew that business 15% per year times 4, you're going to be at least 23% profit margins, if not a lot higher. But let's keep it this conservative. So we're going to sell at 5.247 million in revenue, 23% margin. That gives us an exit EBITDA of about 1.2 million. And then at that kind of level, looking at the chart, we're going to be able to sell for at least a 5 times multiple. So that's going to give us an exit value at just over $6 million. But then we're still going to be carrying some of the debt load from when we bought it, right? So if we finance the deal over 10 years, let's say you did an SBA loan or something like that, or a 10-year annuity deal, for example, you're going to still owe 6/10 of the money. So the model calculates all that, right? So it's netting out 675 as the debt that's going to have to be paid down from the closing payment that you're going to get. So you're going to get net proceeds of about $5.36 million. And then what the model does, it calculates how much income you're going to earn over time in addition to that exit. So it takes the profitability, it nets out the debt service you have to pay, and then applies that 40% of what's left. So you're going to make about 1.3 million in change as well. So if you add the net proceeds on exit, 5.359 plus the 1.307, you're going to walk away over those 4 years, one deal with about $6.6 million, right? So then if your goal is to make 20 million pre-tax over that 4-year period, all the model does is it takes that goal and divides it by the total cash benefits. So in this example, it would be 3 deals that you would have to do, right? Let's say your financial goal was only 10 million. You think that's going to be enough for you, right? You're going to do the same thing. You only 1.5 deals, right? Or if you think, well, what would have to be true for me to swing this with just one acquisition? Maybe you'd extend it to 5 years. No, to 3 years. Yep, so 3 years, this would work. Let's say you wanted to do something crazy, right? So let's say you wanted to make $50 million. $50 million with those smaller deals over 3 years going to take you 10 deals, which might be too many. So you might think, well, actually, let's say I'm going to work this for 7 years. Now we're down at 3.33, 3.32. So how many deals would we have to do at that level to hit $50 million in 3 years? We only want to do 3. So maybe we grow the business a little bit faster, right? And that gets us way below the 3 deal requirement. So have a play with this. This is really, really cool. Click the link. You'll be able to download it and have a play with it as well. And yeah, look forward to chatting to you about it. So I will see you guys soon. Until then, bye for now.